Us today in a very special webinar brought to you by 888 VoIP, your one-stop shop value-added VoIP distributor. My name is Rebecca Johnson. I've organized today's webinar and will be monitoring the session. I'm going to start off with some intros and then we'll dive right in. I am joined today by 888 VoIP's CRO, John Zader, who will be providing you with an overview of 888 VoIP, of course. And we have our host of today's webinar, HP Poly's Ryan Wetmore, Manager of Channel Technical Consulting. We also have Angie Hudgens with HP Poly listening on in to help answer any of your questions you may have along the way. She and I will both be monitoring the chat and the Q&A, so feel free to post your questions and we will answer them as we go or at the end. All right, so stick around until the very end of the webinar because we will be giving away two lucky winners, two phones, HP Poly Edge E450 IP phones. The winners' names will be chosen randomly post-webinar and will be contacted directly via email. The only requirements are that you have registered for this webinar and have stayed for the entirety. 888 VoIP has quite a few webinars lined up, so we are happy that you joined us and hope to see you in future webinars. Right now, I'm going to pass it on off to John to get started.
Thank you, Rebecca. Appreciate the introduction, and thank you, HP Poly, for participating in this webinar as well. My name is John Zader. I'm the Chief Revenue Officer here at 888 VoIP, and super excited about today's webinar. We are adding HP Poly back to our portfolio, and we are now a channel development distributor for HP Poly, and we couldn't be happier. So a little bit about 888 VoIP in case you haven't worked with us or heard of us in the past. 888 VoIP is your one-stop value-added distributor for any unified communications and collaboration products. We deliver industry-leading voice over IP networking and collaboration solutions backed by a full cycle support to help our partners grow, deploy, and scale with confidence. Anything that goes out of our doors, we're going to be able to help you with pre-sales and post-sales support. Next. So what do we provide? What are our value-added services? Our value-added services are our hardware provisioning options, which include customized solutions, basic, advanced, and fully custom provisioning options. We offer software solutions to complete voice over IP networking and software offerings, including data sale infrastructure or data infrastructure if needed. We offer the full cycle logistics, so we do same-day drop shipping, RMA services, private stock warehousing, and device configurations. And then we have advanced API for ordering options. So we have a storefront API connection for automatic ordering, inventory tracking, MAC and serial number management. We also offer custom solutions as well on certain manufacturers. We also provide technical support. So we do pre-sales and post-sales support on any of the opportunities you're working on to make sure that you have the right solution for your customers. We have a whole marketing team that is here to help support any of the marketing requests that you may have or that we may be able to support you with. So we do custom collateral. We offer different trainings and strategy resources to help you promote your brand and assist your customers as well. We offer fast shipping. So we have an East Coast and a West Coast warehouse. So we have a Buffalo warehouse and a Reno, Nevada warehouse that we have stock in both. And we can do a lot of the provisioning services from each one of those warehouses as well. So the idea is to get the product to your customer as fast as possible so you can start your billing. Additional benefits, we do offer wholesale pricing. We do have some different financing options and easy ordering with our automated API integrations, our web portal, and then we have our sales team that is always available to talk about what you need. Next. So our technical support, we do pre-sale and post-sale technical support. We provide sales and technical support for all of the products that we offer. And we have a team of manufacturer certified engineers to assist with any configuration, troubleshooting, or deployment needs that you may have. You may be looking for a specialized or custom solution that our team is capable of walking through that scenario and helping make sure that you have the right devices for that project. Next. Bi-coastal distribution, like I had mentioned earlier, we have Buffalo, New York, and Reno, Nevada warehouses. And we are also looking at adding a warehouse somewhere in the Midwest. We're trying to get to anywhere in the US within 2 business days via shipping ground. We have fast delivery, multiple locations, and full service support to keep your business moving and get hardware into your customer hands as fast as possible. Next. So some of the portfolio that we do offer, and this is expanding almost daily at this point, we do offer desk phones, headsets, phones, accessories, networking, video collaboration, and more. And like I said, we are adding additional categories and additional products almost daily. So we have a lot of solutions for our partners. Most importantly, the HP Poly today. Next. All right. And I'll hand it off to Ryan. Thank you very much, everyone, for your attendance today.
All right, thanks, Sean. Glad to have everybody here today. Super excited to be working with 888 VoIP and have the Poly portfolio of voice products available there. And so I thought this would be a great time to kind of go through and just do an overview of our current voice portfolio. And you know, as we are preparing for great things to come, we have a lot of super great features in our existing portfolio that I want to make sure everybody's aware of. So with that, I'll just talk about a few things that we're seeing in the market. You know, phones, as you all know, is partners selling phones, that the market's pretty solid. The real opportunity we're seeing is in office enhancements. Is there's still continued return to office play that's not over. You know, we're seeing a lot of success of offices being refreshed, but a lot more to go. But especially in frontline workers, which is an area that I think that there will always be a strong play for desk phones and wireless phones. So we're putting a lot of focus in our current software development and future R&D around features and things for frontline workers, because it's a really great market to play in. I'm sure you guys are all working in there. So some of the things, you know, what's going on in the market, everybody's aware of the PSTN. You know, we're actually seeing a spike in the need for analog terminal adapters, or ATAs. So we have those available. So there's a lot of shift to providers such as yourselves, and seeing a lot of growth. We're also seeing growth in enterprise voice with Microsoft and Zoom. We have a strong play at HP with both those providers in the enterprise voice, and again, especially in the return to office play, that's kind of a strong story. And just back to that frontline workers, you know, there's a lot of different areas where phones are needed. So we definitely have a ton of opportunities, and are looking forward to working with you on those, and showing you some of the great features that we have that can help those customers. So our portfolio at a high level exists of 4 main categories. There's our desk phones, which is split between the SIP-based Edge E series, and then we have our CCX, which is more strong in like the Android app experience for Teams and Zoom, but we can run SIP on CCX, but you know, most of the opportunity there is with the, you know, Microsoft Teams and customers wanting you to use the Zoom app experience. We also have our wireless DEC phones, the Rove solutions, which is a highly scalable DEC solution, and then our ATAs for those cases where customers are, you know, whether it's in relation to PSTN switch off or what specialty needs to get analog devices onto an IP network. We have the ATAs. So we'll go in a little bit. So yeah, this is just kind of a little bit of and again, back to the frontline worker story, just kind of where we see the play. Poly Rove has a strong play in that area. We have a lot of great wins over the past couple of years with Rove in retail and warehouse manufacturing, and then also the desk phones and are great for small retail environments and a lot of different places outside of just the enterprise. All right, so some detail on the phones. This is what the lineup currently looks like of Edge. So when we developed the Edge, we put a lot of thought into usability and accessibility. So I'll dive into some of those features, but HP Poly, we're known for our strength in audio quality as well. So we've not only brought forward from the previous DVX portfolio our audio innovations, but we've improved on them and made them even better on the Edge. So if you look at the lineup, this is the lineup we launched with. So the Edge 100 and 200 are kind of the entry level phones, 2-line and 4-line phones. What you'll see is there is a method to our numbering scheme. So if the second digit is a 0, that means there's no Bluetooth or Wi-Fi. If there's a 2 there, it has Bluetooth. And if it has a 5, it's Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. So you can quickly tell by the model if it has Bluetooth or Wi-Fi. And we offer them in different configurations as you go up the line. So now I will tell you that on the Edge expansive module that you'll see on this 400 series, there's like a little bit of a small expansion module. It's kind of behaved and configured the same way you would configure one of the Edge EMs, but there's a built-in secondary display down there for additional contacts. So what are some of the features that we've been working on? So we'd improved the Bluetooth in the Edge model over our previous generation phones. So it's going to give you increased range, a little bit better quality, and better battery consumption with the headsets that can utilize it. You can also connect your phone to your cell phone to the phone as well to put your mobile contacts on the phone, because if you're like me, most of the numbers, like in the olden days, I used to know everybody's phone number in my head, but now if I don't have my phone with me, so even when I'm at work with my Edge, like a lot of times I'm looking at my cell phone to get the number, but now I can sync my contacts over to my mobile contacts over to my desk phone. And you can also customize the help screen with the Edge, so you can create whatever type of help screen you want, messaging on there, and a QR code if you want, so users can scan and you can direct users how you want to direct them on the phone. That's a really popular feature to configure. I mentioned accessibility, so we kind of went all out on accessibility. It's a really important thing, so people can see the display better and also just understand what's going on with the phone based on like the status lights and so on. So there's a lot of work went into that accessibility, the ability to customize the font size and actually even rearrange the home screen. You can allow users to move the line keys around and program things as they need to, or you can lock it down. It's really up to the configuration and what you allow. I mentioned the audio features from Poly and HP. So we have our acoustic vents, which will keep like external audio out of your calls. So when somebody's talking to you, they hear you and not what's going on around you. We also do a good job at just making the audio really clear in your ear or in your headset. So you can use this with noise canceling headsets and it works fine. And the speakerphone even has a lot of nice features to kind of help keep the audio nice and clean if you're using the speakerphone, so the far end's not too distracted with what's going on. But a lot of great technology. It's really important, especially like going back to that frontline worker thing. Like if a phone's in a restaurant or something, and it's often a really loud environment, and there's you're trying to give your order to somebody, and if you're hearing all that background noise, it's really distracting. So with our phones, the foreign's not going to hear anything except for the person's voice. So that's just a quick look at the Edge portfolio. I mentioned we also had the CCX. So the CCX is again, it's our Android portfolio. There's a few different models. Actually, mainly the 600. The 700 was a phone that had a camera. I should have taken it off the slide. We don't really sell that too much anymore. It's just the 600, the 505, the 400. And again, they can run the Teams app or the Zoom app, and there's a few other apps that will run on there as well. There is a SIP mode. You can use them in a SIP environment. And then there's this kind of a special one, the CCX 350. This one's Teams only. So the CCX 350 is specific to Teams. You'll notice it has buttons. So we had a lot of requirement where customers wanted a phone that ran the Teams app but had physical buttons. And some of that was for accessibility reasons. So the 350 is the one phone that only works on Teams. It doesn't have SIP or won't run the Zoom app either. So again, we have the EM6C for the as an expansion module for the CCX as well. This came out this last year, and to give you the contact field on the CCX phones, it works with everyone but the 350 and the 400. The EM6C will work on. And then we have the Rove solution. So again, the Rove is a DEX solution. It is super scalable. We have different base stations to fit different size customers' needs. And also we have some different handsets as well. So there's the Rove 20, and then there's the more ruggedized Rove 30 and Rove 40. The Rove 40 has Bluetooth, vibration, and a emergency button on the top that you can program, like it's a man down button or a quick call key. And the base stations, just to give you an idea of the scalability, the B1 base only supports 10 concurrent calls and 10 handsets, but can cover, depth is subjective to the construction of the building, so it's you can't really give a definite like, hey, here's your range, because it's going to depend on the environment. But like in a retail store that's like your standard rectangle with a back room, B1 would cover that no problem. And then we have the B2, which is expandable. So the B2 will support 20 handsets, but you can add a second one if needed. So maybe it's a small office that maybe has a warehouse attached to it. You could put a second cell out there, and it will support up to 20 concurrent calls with the dual cell configuration. And then for larger environments, multi-building, multi-floor buildings, you would go to the multi-cell solution, which is the B4. It's a little more expensive, but you can configure those to support a lot more concurrent calls. And what's actually supported, like as far as how many cells, really it kind of depends on like how many repeaters you use. So we do sell repeaters as well. The repeaters support fully encrypted calls out on the repeaters as well, which is nice. So you don't lose anything by roaming off to a repeater off of a main cell. But the theoretical maximum is you could have, maybe up to like 256 of the V4 bases and cover quite a large area. But it's best to, if you get engaged in a large opportunity, to work with us to do like a site survey. We can give you some estimates of what it would look like. And then obviously there's the ATAs that I mentioned before. These are pretty simple, but again, to plug in we have a single port and a dual port ATA for connecting analog devices, and they're pretty simple and easily configurable. All right, so all of our phones are, very configurable. A very common ask though is to have the phones redirected to a provisioning server that might belong to you, and so we make that available in a zero touch fashion with our zero touch provisioning. If you've been familiar with us in the past, a few years ago, we totally revamped this platform, so it's completely new and modern than the older ZTP platform we used to have. It has it's got a brand new, modern, secure portal. We support single sign-on. We also support the ability to assign third parties to claim on your behalf. So I know 888 VoIP will do this. So you could, create your profiles in your tenant and then grant 888 VoIP the ability to claim on your behalf, and give them the ability to claim and maybe unclaim, but not give anybody else access to do any management, because there is a little bit of management available in ZTP as well. Like you can, if you have a phone fully onboarded to the platform, you can do things like log collection, packet capture, reboot phones, and all that through the ZTP platform as well. So it's been modernized compared to what it was years ago. So make sure if you haven't seen the new ZTP, that you get a just request to 888 VoIP that you're interested, and they'll get in touch with me, and we'll get a tenant created and allow you to redirect phones and do the basic management stuff as well. So it's pretty nice. Very easy to do bulk claims, and there's also a strong API. We support the legacy API for anybody that was using the old platform. The new platform has a newer, more modern API that you can use if you want to automate to it as well. So that's just my quick overview for today. That's what I had. We could open it up for questions, or I don't know if we have anything in the queue or.
Yeah, Ryan, we do have one question. Is there any interest or VoIP PBX that can process a video call to multiple endpoints with preview and ring?
Poly currently doesn't have any phones with video. I mean, technically the CCX 600 and 700 support video. The 700, I think it's whatever. I think we're still selling it, but we don't really push it too hard, just because both Zoom and Microsoft have kind of moved on to some different stuff, and so unless you have a SIP platform that you're interested with it, yeah, right now we don't really have any video phones with video, I should say.
Okay, thank you. Leave it open for another minute if anybody has any questions. Feel free to reach out to us here at 888 with the email listed on the screen. If you have any questions, we'd be happy to help you out.
All right, well, if there's no other questions, I just want to again thank everybody for joining, and again, we're excited to have 888 VoIP providing our solutions to you, and if you ever need anything, any additional information or anything, obviously call 888 VoIP, and we're here to support them. They can always escalate to us, and we can get in touch with you.
Sounds great. Thanks, Ryan. Thanks, Angie. Thanks, John. And thank you all for joining. Appreciate your time. Have a great day.
Thank you, everyone.